Welcome back to another episode of Projecting Grandeur. I'm your host, Ron Dichter. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being part of our community. I do want to take just a moment and thank anyone that has liked and commented and most importantly shared. The show's been continually gaining momentum and hopefully impacting the lives of entrepreneurs everywhere. So thank you for being part of this growing community. Today I want to talk about your environment, and I want to talk about the people that you surround yourself with, because I don't think that we as entrepreneurs fully appreciate how important it is to surround ourselves with people who make us better. And, I always say that relationships are a two-way street. And in order for you to, get value from somebody that's in your life, you have to give value back to them as well. And as I think about, the people that I try to surround myself with, I have different pockets, but when it comes to my business and it comes to the people that I'm interacting with on a day-to-day basis, I genuinely try to surround myself with people who are drivers, who are motivated, people who aren't complaining about everything, and people that genuinely want to make their own lives as good as it possibly can be. And those are the people that I try to put myself in contact with. And that doesn't mean that you want a, false sense of hope, or you don't want realists on your team that, can tell you kind of what's good and what's bad. But what it does mean is that things are much more easily accomplished when you have positive, go-getter people. And anybody out there who is a naysayer or a glass half full or worse isn't willing to actually roll up their sleeves and work. Those are people I try very hard not to have in my life, at least not in my business life. Obviously, close friends and family, sometimes you have those people and you can't get them out of your life, which is, just part of life. But for today, I really want to just talk about how to surround yourself with the right people. And there's the obvious ways, right? So you're hiring a team and you're going to be bringing on people who, have that go-getter attitude, who, believe in the mission, who are always finding ways to solve problems. But occasionally we make bad hires. And I always say that what you need to do is hire slow and fire fast, meaning be thoughtful in how you hire. Make sure that the people that you're bringing on, you put them through a fairly rigorous interview process. If you have trusted advisors and team members that you count on a day-to-day basis, have a different set of eyes. Have them, do a second or third interview with the person you're looking to bring on. And once you bring them on, if you find out very quickly that they are not the person you thought they were, obviously give them time to have corrective, discipline and try to, correct their behavior. But if you find that this is just an uphill battle, I like to get rid of people very quickly and move on. It's for both of your best interest. Dragging it out is ultimately going to make it harder on them. It's going to make it harder on you. And certainly don't want to belabor that point any more than you have to. So that's when you hire people. But what about your clients, your customers, the people you bring on? There are customers that you should fire. There are customers that are not worth having. They may bring down your support team or your sales team or your onboarding team or whatever it is you're selling. You may have these customers that are just not good influences. They bring all the negativity. No matter what you do, you're never going to make them happy. And sometimes you need to cut bait from those people and move on and let them go be someone else's problem. So that's how I look at, kind of customers. Not every customer is the right customer, especially if it has a negative impact on your team or negative impact on your ability to get other customers. And then, last but certainly not least, is the people that you put yourself in contact with, that whether they be advisors, business colleagues, friends that, may not be close personal friends that you don't have the option to cut ties with. In that scenario, I really try to look at people who are additive to my life. I try to look at people that I can bring value to them as much as they can bring value to me. And people, again, it goes back to that, do they have a good attitude? Are they go-getters, or are they just wanting someone to vent to? Because I'm not that guy. And so if you have some vent session you're looking for, certainly I will listen and give you advice if you're a friend, but I'm not going to be the person that you're going to just unload on all the time, as I have my own issues that I need to deal with, and I can't take on yours as well. So again, as you start building your business, as you start building out what you're trying to do, having the right people on your team is crucial. Having the right types of customers that you bring on is also important. and making sure that the friends and the people that you interact with that are, colleagues or business friends, that they're the right kind of people, that is a two-way street of bringing value to each other. And it makes your life a lot easier as you start to build that business. Having those right people around you. It's hard enough to stay positive. In the world of entrepreneurship, you need people to help you do that. So anyway, hope you find this helpful. Please remember to like and comment. And if you have fellow entrepreneurs, business people thinking to change, share this with them. They might get some value out of it. And my job is to spread a word of my experience and help other entrepreneurs become successful, because these are the people that make the world go round. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Ron Dichter, and this is Projecting Grandeur.